What's going on, everybody? Back again for another NFL preseason recap. Today we're going over the Jets versus Falcons game, or the Falcons versus Jets game. That's the actual way you should word it, because it was at the Jets. But anyways, the Jets pulled out the W 30-22. Like with all preseason games, score doesn't really matter much because, the games are kind of meaningless. In the sense that, wins don't really help or hurt you here. Ideally, you're just looking for, starters to shake the rust off. You're looking for backups to make the 53-man roster, and you're looking for potential guys to even take over the starting job. So it's more about playing time, really. But anyways, let's get into this. So, Matt Ryan, Falcons quarterback, man, he looked real good today, man. Like, just hitting all his targets. He had that one big pass where he dumped it off to the fullback. Well, it wasn't a dump off. He found his fullback, and his fullback, had a whole bunch of yards after the catch. And he scampered down. I don't think he got a touchdown, but he got down pretty close. And then it was, I believe he tried to hit Julio Jones in the back of the end zone, and Darrelle Revis was called for a defensive holding. And, that's kind of the reason I watched the game, was I wanted to see those two guys go at it, because those are like top 5 guys at their position. Or, I don't know about Julio, but Revis, he's definitely a top 5 corner. Julio's definitely a top 10 receiver, so it was gonna be good to see those guys go at it. And man, to be honest, man, that Jets defense, I don't know, man. Matt Ryan was shredding them. I mean, he only threw like 5 passes, but that Jets defense, I'm hoping they live up to that expectation of being one of the best defenses this season, because in my opinion, on paper, they have a top 2 defense. I mean, it's them in Seattle pretty much, if you're just looking at it on paper. But anyways, Matt Ryan, he's going to be the quarterback there, so we don't really need to touch on backups and how they played for the Falcons, because, no one really cares. The Falcons it's more about defense when it comes to the Falcons. They're pretty much set on offense. On running back, they're a little shaky, but they're pretty much usually always set. So like on the defensive side, it was all about Vic Beasley Jr. And he had a pretty good game. I saw him trying to hit a couple spin moves. I saw him bat down a couple balls. He didn't get a sack. I'm pretty sure he didn't get a sack, but he blew up a couple plays and he got in on the screen. So big ups to him. The Falcons are definitely going to need him, and he's going to be a big key to that Falcons team, because ideally that team is set up to play with the lead. That's ideally what it is. So he's going to be huge. Let's flip over to the Jets. Jets on offense. I don't like the quarterback situation there. But to be honest, I like everything else. Brandon Marshall was out there. Fitzpatrick, I don't know if he's the guy, man, but he was hitting a couple guys, hitting Marshall, hitting Decker. I like Chris Ivory at the running back position. It's pretty much the quarterback I don't like. Because I like the whole team except for the quarterback situation they have. So on the Jets, they have Geno, who's out. They have Fitzpatrick, who's going to be the starter, and then they have another guy named Petty. He's a guy they drafted, and he came in and he looked nice, man. He was throwing some crisp passes. He can definitely put some mustard on the ball. The only thing is, he was playing against backups, and even the commentator said he's got a lot of work to do. So, unless something happens to Fitzpatrick, I don't see this guy having any chance at the starting job. And, it's unfortunate, but other than that, Chris Ivory had a big run for like 33 yards or so, and pretty much, I guess the only other thing I would touch on is the defensive rookie the Jets drafted. For some reason, his name slipped. But I forgot his name. But anyways, I think it's Williams. Can't remember, but Leonard Williams, the defensive tackle they drafted. Man, he looks like he's going to be a great player, man. Now, granted, he didn't on one of his sacks, he just went through like a little crease, but I mean, hey man, can't take that away from him. It was like a stunt between him and the other defensive tackle or end, depending on what you want to call it. But yeah, so he did a stunt, came right up the A-gap and sacked the quarterback. He was just everywhere, though. Like, the guy is just balling. He was hitting the running back in the backfield. He looks like he's got a really good bull rush, and he looks like he's going to be an animal. Everyone said he was the best defensive player in the draft. Based on what happened tonight, he's living up to that. So anyways, again, guys, the story was the Jets taking home the W, 30-22. The Jets scored most of their points in the second and third quarter, and the Falcons pretty much did the opposite. They scored in the first and the fourth, so that's pretty much it. But that was the game. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and take care.